Hello and welcome to another video where I show you everything you need to know about the Dunwich Amps Tyrant. Disclaimer, this is not the greatest pedal in the world. This is just a tribute. The Tyrant was built by Dunwich Amplifications and is the signature pedal from the band Nails. It has a very solid black metal housing that comes with a nice artwork of a wolf, I guess some Game of Thrones influences maybe, and it has 4 knobs. The 4 knobs are not labeled, but I'm pretty sure that's the typical gain, volume and the 2-band EQ that you can also find on the original Boss. What's quite interesting, and I literally found out about it a day ago, is that if you open the pedal, you get access to 4 internal trimpots. I have no idea what those do, but we'll find out by the EQ curve comparison. So while hooking everything up, I set the internal trim pot to noon, and I found out that this is the gain pot, so I set it to 0 as well as on the Boss. Everything else is maxed. And now let's find out how those curves look like. The Boss, we already know this. And now the Tyrant. Okay. So we have an enormous bass boost around 100 Hz by minus 28 dB. And here it's a little bit lower in frequency, but way lower in volume. It's almost 10 dB lower. The high peak on the Boss, it's around 900 and 1.2, 1.3. On the Tyrant, I just see 1, and it's centered around, well, it looks like that's almost centered around 666 Hz. That's way lower. Okay. Volume is a bit higher, but not as drastic as on the bass. Now, some knob twisting. Yeah, well, volume is volume. This is bass. Nope, it's for the high frequency. Gives some drastic cut. Oh, yeah, okay. And this is bass. Yes. Middle and cut. Wow, so very drastic. Okay, gain, I think, doesn't do much except for boosting the high frequencies. Yes. Okay, although seems to reduce the bass a bit. Yeah, around 2 dB or so. Okay, now let's have a look at those internal trim pots. I flipped it over and I changed the volume to around noon, left both high and low at max and gain at 0. Now let's find out what those trim pots do. I have my screwdriver at hand. Okay. This this one seems to move the low frequency from 0, from center 76, 70 up to, here totally go nuts, 7? Yeah, well, okay. Change it back to noon. Here. And now what does this knob do? Man, I have no idea. It changes it as well. Maybe some Oh, maybe it's a blend or so. This can be. I'll have to find out. Anyways, next. Okay, that seems to... Yeah, that seems to change the frequency of the high. Okay, it goes to 47, 470, 500 to 11. Why would you want 11? The last one changes. Note to myself: don't try out internal trim pots for the first time ever live on camera. So this one changes frequency range. Don't know what the other one does. Maybe some gain. Okay. So I think we have to do some serious testing with some actual sound. But first of all, the comparison with stock settings, both in front of the clean amp and the distorted amp. I set the trim knobs back to noon, and after that I'll do some more trim potting. Is this an English word? Well, hope so. So to be totally honest here, I think the noon settings of the internal trim pots are rubbish. This one isn't actually a blend knob, I don't know what it is, I just know it has to be set fully clockwise and otherwise it sounds awful. The stock settings, as I said, sound awful, no comparison to the real deal. However, if you tweak those, you can get some really cool sounds, I have to admit. I just wished that they were full-fledged knobs that you can turn from the outside. So now you have to adjust them to your liking and you have no chance to adjust it if you want another flavor or taste. It's okay for the studio, although I find it annoying anyways, but for live situations you just have one sound and that's it. So what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe, may the 4th be with you and have a nice day.